Hey guys, Jeff here, and this month I am stepping away from the lock belt progression for a moment. I've been working on the Kwikset smart key. It's giving me fits. Some days I can pick it over and over, and then I'll have days where I just can't get it at all. So I set it aside, especially with those new toys that I showed in my last video, and instead decided to see what I could do with some of the challenge locks that Albert Lebel passed my way back when I did a trade with him. So in my vise, I've got this lock. I think it's from Texas Gym. I don't think that's the name of this challenge lock. But I found, since I got the new heavy bar, that this, which I had picked once and not on camera, is now a much more reliable pick. So let's see what I can do here. There we go, with a nice false set. Counter rotation. Lost the false set though. Back in a false set. Let's see. One of the things that I've figured is that one of them, I think it's pin 3, which I think might be what I'm bound up on now, has got to be a serrated pin in the way that it's acting. I realize I'm completely blocking this. Right. Lost the false set again. There we are, back in a false set. Usually it's talking to me better than this. Huh. There we have it. Now, let's see, I'll get that out of the vise. You can see I got it there. We do have a key with it though, so I will go ahead and put it back together. And let's make this the first challenge lock that I got on screen. Let's see, does my new tool fit this one? I found that it fits some, but not all. I thought it fit this one. I guess not. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. That's my 3D printed one fits. Of course. Almost, but not quite. It is amazing. I always hear people say that tensioners are almost more important than picks, especially when you're learning. And I'm starting to see just how true that is, because I've gotten this lock once before using my, I think it was actually the top of the keyway. Yeah, it was the top of the keyway, not the bottom of the keyway tensioner, but my Allen wrench tensioners. But switching to that heavy bar and switching to the vise just really magnified the feedback. And this thing gives some fantastic feedback. All right. So there are those. Let's see, does that seem the right size? Yes, it does. The back of my head, I'm hearing some of the other guys from YouTube have, when in doubt, shim it out. If I can get a shim in there. Oh, we'll call that shimmed. Which way do I have those key pins? Looks like the shim fell out, but we're going to go for it. Anyways. Oh, someone followed me. No. No. I dropped some in there. And this is why you shim. Let's see. So I'm fairly certain that I had a spool in one. That's 2 and 3, and neither of those are serrated. I must have been further back than I thought. I see what happened. I turned my follower. Let's get those. Oh boy, I'm caught up on a spring. I have mashed a spring. Boy. Yep, royally wrecked that last spring, so I'm going to have to replace that guy. Luckily I have a stash myself. And well, there's part of my issue. This thing has more chambers than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe that was there. And not a single serrated in the bunch. Let's see what we have for key pins. All right. Key pin number 1. Got everything turned around. This is what happens on your first time getting a challenge lock, right? Everything that can go wrong will, Murphy's Law and all that. Okay, so what I am seeing here is a lovely assortment of everything being as serrated up as it can. So I am glad that I tackled this after getting my American 1100. Okay, so, oh, I didn't get all the springs out, did I? But okay, now I'm confused because I am seeing no springs coming out, except for the one that I messed up. Well, we can call this an extra mystery. I am finding that looks like everything in the Bible has been threaded, much like, and I'm not going to make that show on here apparently, but hopefully you can hear that. Every chamber serrated here. Let's see if I can get the zoom. Will it focus? It's not going to focus for me. All right, well, everything that we've got here definitely has some homemade serrations on all of the key pins. The longer one's got double serrations. This one had a really great serration on it. The top look, would I call that a gin? I mean, it looks like a small spool with a sharp edge that I'm assuming really interacts with all of that threading along the way. I'm really curious about why there was a spring in only one chamber. Texas Jim, if you are out there and watching this, I would love to hear what happened and how I have messed this up. That was definitely a piece of work. I never thought that gutting was going to be more of a pain than picking a lock, but there it is. So, Texas Jim's challenge lock completed. If I can get it back together right, it looks like it's going to be time to pass this on to someone else. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.